That unattractive smile can cripple a person socially, professionally. It cuts them off from opportunities, from relationships that they would otherwise be qualified for.
That's Tom, an American resident who got the all-on-4 treatment in Cancun at almost 70% off.
In the United States, they were just basically like, no, Tom, sorry, you're too poor. Well, my entire story is, I guess, kind of sad. I was one of those kids that had tetracycline poisoning. So my teeth were yellowed and discolored from the time I was a child. And so I was bullied for that. My cousins called me green teeth. It deeply impacted my self-esteem as a child and being brought up my whole life. And it's just, despite whatever talent I had, it was just something that plagued me every time I looked in the mirror. No matter how much I brushed my teeth or whatever, I couldn't, the conventional whitening treatments didn't work. And then later on, I realized that I had all these genetic conditions that led to periodontal degeneration. And then in 2010, I was diagnosed with severe periodontitis. I was in a whole lot of pain, and I could barely afford the extractions. I can tell you that the last 3 molars that I pulled out of my upper arch, I did so myself with my bare hands because no one would treat me. And every time I went in to see a provider, I saw 3 implantologists in the United States. Each of them quoted me a price upwards of $60,000 to do for me what you've done. And I struggled, I tried to barter my services. I prostrated myself before these people and said, can I help? And they were just basically like, no, Tom, sorry, you're too poor, and sent me on my way. And then I had a colleague introduce me to the concept of medical tourism. And that was about 6 years ago, and began doing research. And I researched all around the world. I talked to practitioners in Uruguay, in Poland, in India, and in Mexico. Maybe about almost 20, different practitioners around the globe. Every 3 months, someone from your team would give me a call or send me an email and say, Tom, how are you doing? What's going on? How can we help? No one else did that. No one else tried to build a relationship with me and work with me in the way he did. And so I went to my family and I said, these are the people I want to go to. These people have earned my trust. And so that's how in America, there's a very real separation between medical profession and what they call the dental profession. Dentists aren't regarded as real doctors there. I'm sorry, but it's true. When I came here, I didn't feel like I was in the hands of dentists. I felt like I was being cared for by doctors. I feel like here that I'm not in a dentist's office. I am in a medical facility, and I am surrounded by people who have the utmost concern for my care. Not just my physical care, but my mental and spiritual well-being. What's great about what you guys do is it's available for people who really need it. I mean, it's still pretty expensive, but it ain't 60 grand. It's not like buying a house, it's like buying a decent used car. It's within the reach of the average middle class or lower middle class American. It's something that we can aspire to, and I feel like it's how the world should be. I'm very happy with the results. And not only that, Bendu, and I'm really happy with you all too. I was even telling my mother on the phone that, Mom, you have to come here and just meet these people because they're just so great. They're just so wonderful and caring. And I can't express my gratitude enough. And yeah, thanks.
Get a great smile with Dentification. Visit a hand-picked dental clinic today.